Now, let's have another example for the three sets. Now, in this slide, ang question is, if 750 people were surveyed, how many people like only red and blue? So, ang tanong, ilan daw out of the 750 people ang may gusto sa red at saka sa blue? So, in this case, ang hinahanap natin is the empty set. Itong question mark na to. Ilan daw yan? So, ang ibig sabihin, red and blue. Kasi if we're going to use this 26, ang ibig sabihin ng 26, gusto nito yung red because of this circle. Gusto niya rin yung green. Gusto niya rin yung blue, yung 26. So, hindi to pwedeng 26. Although, gusto niya rin yung red. Pero, in this case, gusto niya yung green and blue. Ang question kasi, ilan daw ang may gusto sa red at saka blue? So, we have to compute this one. Now, to do this, we have to do this equation. We have to get 152 from the green, 214 from the blue, 166 from the red, 43 sa red and green, 43 sa red and green, and then 39 sa green and blue, and then 26 sa green, blue, red, and then 61. This is a universal set. 61 dun sa who did not participate for the survey. Alright. Ang sagot na makukuha natin is 701. Right? So, sa 701, ang next na gagawin natin is to get the 750. Kunin natin yung difference, 750, and then we have to subtract that to 701. Ang makukuha nating resulta is 49. Ang 49 na makukuha natin dito is the remaining empty set that we're looking for. So, ang answer here is 49. Ilan yung may gusto sa red and blue? It's 49. Now, to check this one, add lang natin to. Let's just remove here. Kung 49 to, i-add lang natin yung 49, 26, 23, 39, 2, 14, 150, 152, 166, and 61. Dapat ang lalabas is 750. Right? So, again, ang final answer natin dito is 49. Now, you can recompute this on your part if you have the same answer. Right? Na tayo dito sa next example. How many people like red? So, let's check and examine the diagram. Ilan daw ang may gusto sa red? So, ibig sabihin kung if the question is asking about those individuals who like red, we have to check those elements that are inside the set na red. So, what are those elements or properties? Ito yung 166, 43, 26, and then 49. Kasi these participants like red in general. Although this 43 gusto nila yung green, 26 gusto nila yung green, blue, and red, 49 gusto nila yung red and blue. Pero in generally speaking, these participants who are inside this circle actually like red. So, how do we do this? Gagawin lang natin is 166. Saan nanggaling 166? Nanggaling siya dito. 43 nanggaling siya dito. 26 nandito siya sa intersecting area. And then 49 nandito siya sa intersecting area. So, we have to add lang yung apat na elemento na 166, 43, 26, 49. Ang lalabas is 284. So, ang sagot natin dito is 284. So, next slide tayo. Now, ito. Now, you can try to pause this video and let's check if we're going to have the same answer. Now, let me just remove these red lines. Ito yung question. In a group of 30 people, 23 like dogs. 23 daw yung may gusto. Now, assuming tong 23 like dogs, let's put that in variable A. And then 15 like cats. Let's put 15 na property dito sa variable B na cats. So 15 daw may gusto sa pusa, tapos 23 may gusto sa aso. And 10 like cats and dogs. So ibig sabihin, ito, ilalagay natin tong 10 dito sa intersecting area. Itong area na to. Because they share both the same interest. Yung pusa at saka yung aso. That's why they are indicated in the intersecting area. So madali lang sagutan to, how many like both cats and dogs, kasi andito na yung sagot. Tapos makikita natin siya dito sa intersecting area. Now, ang next question is, you can try to pause this video and then let's check if you have the same answer. How many only like dogs? Ilan lang daw ang may gusto sa aso? Now, how do we do this one? Let's check. Ang titingnan natin is, we have to know the difference. Right? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin makuha ito, dogs, kasi 10 is also part of this set. Okay, 10 is also part of this set. Now, to know the difference between dun sa 23 tsaka 10, kailangan natin makuha iilan lang dun sa loob ng elemento na to, 23 tsaka 10, ang properties na to, 23 tsaka 10, ilan lang dito sa dalawang properties na to ang may gusto mismo sa aso lang. Okay, hindi natin pwedeng kunin ito lang, kasi nga may 10 tayo nakasama dito sa loob ng circle na A. Now, to do that, we have to subtract 23 and 10 to know the difference. How many only like dogs? Now, be careful with this one, only like dogs. Now, pag sinabing only like dogs, may tatanggalin tayo ito. Now, pag tinanggal natin to, huwag kayong ma-confuse dito kasi ang 10 is part of the property. Now, paano natin siya tatanggalin? By knowing the difference. Okay, paano natin malalaman yung difference? Kailangan natin i-subtract yung 23 sa 10. Now, ano magiging sagot natin? Pwede nyong i-pause. Ang sagot natin will be 13. Okay, how many only like dogs? It will be 13. Now, we have to compute. In order to answer this one, how many only like cats or dogs, we have to compute how many only like cats. Okay, so kung meron na tayong 13, kailangan nating malaman ilan ang may gusto sa pusa lang. Okay, only cats. So, ang sagot natin dito, 13 only like dogs. So, ang gagawin nating equation, how many only like cats, is going to be 15. Same steps na ginawa natin for only. 15 minus 10, ang lalabas is going to be 5. So, may magkakaroon na tayo ng idea based from these answers to answer this one. How many only like cats or dogs? So, anong gagawin natin para makuha yung sagot na to kung ang indicator natin is OR? Okay, pwede nyong i-pause yung video para malaman natin kung anong sagot natin parehas. In the equation that we're going to use if we encounter this question is we just going to add the answer that we had here from 13 and the answer that we had here only from cats, which is 5. So 13 plus 5, and then we're going to add number 10. Kasi yung number 10, they also like both cats and dogs. So ang i-add natin yan, 13 plus 10 plus 5, ang lalabas is 28. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, ilan ang may gusto sa pusa at aso? Magkaiba yan sa only. So, kailangan natin makuha yung exclusive dito lang. Tapos, yung intersecting area, which is 10. Tapos, yung sa pusa. So, pag nakuha na natin yan, ang sagot natin is 28. Now, in order for us to check kung tama yung 23 na may gusto dun sa aso from the 30 people, 23 minus 10 is going to be 13. Alright, so yung answer na yun yung only like dogs. So 13, tapos i-add lang natin siya dun sa may gusto sa both cats and dogs, which is 10. 13 plus 10, ang lalabas is 23. So 23, ayun yun. Tapos 15 minus 10, ito yung kanina ng only cats. na equation na ginawa natin, ang lalabas sagot natin is 5. Doon nakuha yung 13 plus 10 plus 5. Ang sagot natin is 28. So, ang next question natin, how many people didn't like cats nor dogs? So, since universal siya, ang inaalam dito yung property sa labas ng sets. So, meron na tayong 28. Since 30 lang naman yung nag-participate, anong equation ang gagawin natin? You can pause the video to know if you have the same answer. So, ang gagawin natin dito is, kunin lang natin yung 30. Tapos, isubtract natin siya sa 28. So, 30 minus 28 is going to be 2. So, ang lalabas dito, ang sagot is only 2 people didn't like cats or dogs. Now, to check this, 28 plus 2, ang lalabas is 30. Alright? That's for this particular example. Next tayo. Example, in a group of 100 people, 70 people like coffee, 45 like tea, and 28 like both. Now, let's check if we're going to have the same answer. Again, pwede nyong i-pause. Andun na yung 28. Yung 28 both coffee, sabihin natin yung variable A represents the coffee, and then variable B represents the tea. So, ilan daw dito ang may gusto pareha sa coffee at saka sa tsaa? So, ibig sabihin, they share both the same they share both the same elements, or they share both the same variables. Ang variable natin, coffee, tapos tea. 28 doon ang may gusto sa coffee, 28 doon yung may gusto sa tsaa. So, may sagot na tayo, how many people like both coffee and tea? The answer is 28. Now, how many people only like coffee? Ilan lang daw dito yung may gusto sa kape lang. So again, to do this, kunin natin ngayon yung properties na nabibilang sa loob ng letter A. So we have 70 and then 28. Para malaman natin ngayon yung may gusto lang mismo sa coffee. Kasi if we're going to include this one, sila yung may gusto sa tsaa. So to do this, 70 minus 28 is going to be our equation. So, 70 minus 28, ang sagot natin will be 42. Now, same equation will be used if we're going to know how many people only like tea. So, ang gagawin lang natin is 45 minus 28. Kasi yung 28 ay nasa loob mismo ng set ng B. So, 45 minus 28, that will be our equation that we're going to use if we're going to know the answer for those people who only like tea. So, 45 minus 20 is going to be 17. So, meron na tayong 2 important answers to use to determine the answer here on how many people only like coffee or tea. Tapos dito, how many people only like neither coffee nor tea. So, this is 42, dun lang sa only coffee. And then dito, 17, dun lang sa only tea. So, how do we solve this one? How many people only like coffee or tea? So, ibig sabihin, we're going to add 42, 28, and then 17. So, 42, 28 plus 17 is going to be 87. So, 87 yung may gusto sa kape or sa tsaa. So, we already have 100 people. Ang tanong, ilan daw yung may ayaw sa kape at saka sa tsaa? So, ibig sabihin, ilan yung tao dito sa labas? Now, to do that, meron tayong 87. I-subtract lang natin yun dun sa total number of people that we've surveyed, which is 100. 100 minus 87 is going to be our answer, which is 13. So, 100 minus 87 is going to be 13. And that's the total number of people who don't like coffee and tea. That's 13. So, i-add lang natin yan. Add lang natin tong 42, 28, 17, and 13. Ang lalabas is 100. Right? Let's check. 42 plus 28 plus 17 plus 13 is going to be 100. That's correct. Right? So, I think that would be all. That will be our last slide for this term under this course. Thank you very much again for listening to my video lectures, and I hope kahit papaano meron kayong napulot na topic, may naintindihan kayong topic na pwede nyong apply in your future level. And good luck on your quiz and then on your major exam. Again, thank you very much for listening.